Oklahoma getting in Blake Smith? I know he's dealt with injuries the last couple of years, but what kind of player are they getting with him?
Man, Blake is an awesome person, a tough player. You know, he's a tough blocker. Somebody that's another guy that is willing to do whatever it's going to take to get the job done. And man, with Blake, he was always a person that you can talk to. You know, always somebody that was just fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? And was always working. He was always working hard. So Oklahoma's getting a real good one.
With A&M, we see so much talent, facilities, and potential, and the results haven't really measured up with what we expected. What's happened in the past, and what needs to happen this year for that to be different?
I say in the past, we haven't like clogged together in a way. Like it was a lot of individualism coming into A&M. A lot of people that are coming now that are getting recruited are so big on NIL. You know, parents are looking for NIL deals or whatnot. And a lot of people then were just so fixated on me, and wanting to get things done for them and not necessarily a team thing. And now I feel like the team is actually buying in. We don't have those people that are going to like jump back at you if you try to correct something, or if like you try to help them in a way. They're not going to feel some type of way or feel attacked because of, you know, whatever it is that they're going through. Like everybody is willing to listen, willing to be led, and I feel like that's the biggest difference this year is the accountability that we've had for each and everybody, just making sure that we're all on the same page. So just doing all of that little things at a very high level and doing it consistently.
I noticed you guys are all wearing the sunglasses. What, whose idea was that, and what does that represent, if anything?
The crazy thing is, it was nobody's idea. I mean, I guess it was just each one of our ideas. We all said that we was going to bring our shades, I guess, but it happened that way, and I guess that just shows our brotherhood and our companionship. You know, nobody planned it, but it just happened that way. So I ain't gonna lie, they smooth. I'm watching them boys right now. They clean for sure. So I mean,
What else are you getting in Denver, Harris?
man, Denver was a hard worker. You know, he had his mess ups or whatever as, you know, a rook or whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, he was a dog. You know what I'm saying? He was somebody that played real hard, very confident. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need out of a DB, a very confident player, somebody that's never going back down from a challenge. And Denver he was from my city, so I already knew what it was when he was coming in. You know what I'm saying? But definitely somebody that you can look forward to, you know, making big plays.
Man, what do you remember about going to that last Texas A&M game?
So back then, my brother was getting recruited, and what I can remember is they had us sitting on the A&M side. You know what I'm saying? Of course, since we were there for the A&M game, but we were low-key going for Texas at the time because my brother had wanted to go to Texas. But what I do remember, the seats were not like they are now. We have definitely renovated the stadium. It's definitely nice, as you know. And the rivalry was just crazy. Like, if you look at Alabama and Auburn, well, those rivalries are a little crazier, in my opinion. But the Texas the UT A&M rivalry was definitely up there. I just know, you know, it was always maroon against orange, you know what I'm saying? And to this day, like, they still be competing, whether it's on the field, in a school, like, whatever the case is, they always gonna be competing against each other, so.
You mentioned that culture regarding NIL. Was that with freshmen, and how does that change within a program?
It's really all about the mentality of the program. You know, I guess you can say it started with the freshmen, not for real though. I mean, it started with everybody. You know, everybody, it was the new big thing. Everybody wanted to get NIL, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little different after that COVID year. I wouldn't necessarily say NIL played the biggest role in like whatever happened. I feel like it was COVID. A lot of people had went through, you know, as we know, and the high schoolers they didn't necessarily have to go to school for a point of time. And when they had came to college, it was like they had the expectation that they didn't have to go to school. Like, kid, who are you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you just got here. So I feel like now that, you know, things are getting back to normal, you still got to go to school, you still got to go to study hard. Being able to lead guys that want to be led and really hold people accountable for things that aren't right, you know. So if you miss school, if you miss study hard, then now we have something to punish you for. And it's not even so much just about the punishment, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the accountability, making sure that we're all trying to reach the same goal, all on the same wavelength, you know what I'm saying? So, for sure.
Both those guys over there said that what was different about the offense in spring ball with Petrino is that a lot of swagger. Where did the swagger come from? What was that a product of?
Me personally, I feel like that's just Coach Petrino just letting us be us. You know, it's not so much a stress on doing every little thing perfect. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Jimbo is somebody that loves perfection, and it has got him in the previous years and whatnot. But with Coach Petrino, you know, he'll, like, if we mess up, don't get me wrong, Coach Fisher is a great coach, and he'll come back and talk to you later on. But, like, in the moment, Coach Fisher has so much to worry about, you know what I'm saying, that it was low-key hard for him to get back to some of those players in the moment and try to talk to him because of, you know, him being the head coach. But now with Coach Petrino, Coach Fisher can sit back and actually talk to some of the guys. And not only can Coach Fisher talk, but now we have an addition of Coach Petrino, who was a former head coach, who knows, you know, the roles and how to talk to a player. So with all of that being tied together as one, you know, it just works like magic. You know what I'm saying? Coach Petrino, he'll let you make your mistakes, come and talk to you, tell you that it's okay, and we're going to learn from it. And shoot, we keep getting better. And now with that, us as receivers, that gives us the confidence to go out there and just do us, you know, just play. And if we make a mistake, we're going to come back, learn from it, but we got to learn from it, you know what I'm saying? Not able to stay on the same mistake. And I feel like us as players and trying to help everybody move past, you know, what has happened in the past, then I feel like that's really what's helping us.
You guys have a different SEC road game this year at Tennessee. What do you think about going to Knoxville and that matchup in Tennessee?
Man, I'm ready. The 2020 year when we had went and played against them, it was definitely nice. Just being out there in a different environment, you know, don't necessarily play everybody on the east side of the conference or whatnot. But with that, you know, I'm excited. I'm ready to see what they had to offer this year. They had a real big season last year, so I'm excited.
Alabama's had a lot of players from the Houston area, including Jalen Waddle, who you got to play against twice.
Mm-hmm.
This year, Jalen Milroe, obviously you guys played against him last year too, and you got to see his only start of the season. What do you like about his game at the quarterback position, and what do you think he can lead Alabama to do this year?
Yeah, man, I have a lot of respect for all the guys, you know, that leave Texas to go play for Bama. My brother was being one of them. Tony Brown being, it's a lot of guys that go, you know, that come from Texas out of that program. The QB there is definitely athletic. You know, I have a lot of respect for his running ability. I'm interested to see how he does in the passing game this year. I know last year we, you know, we had our own against Bama, you know what I'm saying? I wish we could have played and finished a little bit harder and stronger, but this year I'm expecting a lot of things out of him, especially with him coming from Texas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what he has to offer.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night to his next obligation.
One more question.
Sorry, we're already over. He has to go to his next obligation. I'm sorry.
Thank y'all. God bless.
Well, while you're getting up, what do you remember from that last Texas A&M game you were at?
I remember A&M won. And
No.
they lost?
Yeah.
Well, that's tough.
All right. Thank you.
He was at.